United Kingdom gets closer. A test of Indian origin Rishi Sunak is also underway. It will be interesting to see whether he will be able to break the barriers or he will be barred from holding the highest post because of prejudices associated with his identity. My colleague Sanjay Suri brings you this report.
Rishi Sunak is, of course, looking not just to replace Boris Johnson, but Boris Johnson's great hero Winston Churchill, who thought Indians are people who need to be ruled over, to be abused, to be starved even, and in millions, and he did all of that. He thought Indians are people not capable of governing themselves. The thought that someone from India could come to govern Britain as Prime Minister, move into Downing Street, go weekly to Her Majesty the Queen to brief her on his decisions for Britain, this surely would have been a thought from another world. Already, Rishi Sunak has done so much to change those old assumptions and to bash through the glass ceiling, to show Britain new possibilities for itself and to show the world new possibilities for Britain. And right across from Winston Churchill standing on Westminster Square, there is Gandhi right behind here. And surely it's tempting to try and guess for ourselves what Gandhi might have thought. Certainly he would have been pleased, but perhaps not in a triumphalistic way of the narrow nationalistic kind. He would have been pleased that barriers have been broken, that barriers he struggled so hard to confront and to tear down have come down now in ways that no one in India then could have foreseen, and certainly no one in Britain. And so who moves into 10 Downing Street once Boris Johnson moves out? Rishi Sunak has been living down that street in number 11 as Chancellor of the Exchequer earlier. But the odds are against him moving in next door. Not a lot of British people sound exactly enthusiastic about that prospect.
I like Rishi Sunak. I'm not sure about his handling of the economy in the last few years, but would he get my vote if I was a Conservative voter? I don't know. He's very tainted by being close to Boris Johnson for me. So, but is he the best out of the three? Difficult to say for me, really. He's probably the most qualified. I kind of wish he hadn't been supporting Johnson for as long as he had.
Yeah, I like him, but I think he stuck with Boris for too long. And I think he should have resigned earlier and showed that he wanted to leave the country.
He is somebody who really does not have world experience or experience of being like an ordinary person. He's been privileged, he's had private education. He turns up to go around a factory or building site with a £400 sterling pair of shoes on. He is so out of touch.
Sunak is accused of elitism when most Conservative Prime Ministers have come from Eton and Harrow and Oxford and Cambridge, as elite as it gets. Sunak is now up against a significant Tory blue that is overwhelmingly white and would like to keep it that way all the way to the top. If this were to be settled by talent and experience and capability, Rishi Sunak would of course win. He cannot but win. But there are fears that there is a strong subterranean undercurrent of prejudice, and that is where the pitfalls lie. Coming up is a test, of course, for Rishi Sunak, but coming up is also a test how many Conservative Party members can rise above prejudice.